Let's do number 41 and 10.2. And what's the obvious first problem here? What's the trouble?
Cube rooting a square.
Yeah, there's z squareds, right? Under cube roots. So, yeah, I know those are sort of stuck. I'm not going to get those to simplify much. So let's work with the rest of it. What should I do first things first with my 9 cube root of 40 z squared? What should I do?
Factor out your 40.
Yeah, I should think about the factors of 40, right? Or maybe just say, all right, this is 9 cube root of 40 cube root of z squared. You guys see the motivation for doing that?
Yes.
I know I'm not going to do any better than cube root of z squared, so I may as well bust that piece off right away. Then there's going to be minus 2 cube root of 5,000.
Cube root of z squared.
Cube root of z squared.
Or z to the power of 2/3.
Ah, we haven't learned that yet, but yeah. So when we get to 10.5, we'll have a more concise way to write this. That's why we'll do 10.5 right after we're done with this. So now I need to do cube roots of 40.
8 and 5.
So I should think about 40 as 8 times 5. And I know the cube root of 8, right? So what can I replace my cube root of 40 with?
2 cube root of 5.
2 cube root of 5. Good, all with that. Okay, and then on the other one, I've got my minus 2. I need to figure out what I can replace the cube root, I need to figure out what I can replace the cube root of 5,000 with. And I've got cube root of z squared at the end. So what's 5,000 factor into?
5 and 10. Well, cube root of 5 and 10.
Ah, so 5 and 1,000, right?
Yep.
And then I know that 1,000 is 10 times 10 times 10, right? So if you have to break this out into a factor tree a little bit more, maybe concisely. Oops, that was supposed to be 100. 10 and 10, breaks into 2 and 5, and 2 and 5. Okay, so now I've got lots of 2's and lots of 5's, right?
But you have 3 of each.
Yeah, so here there's 3 2's, which means I'm going to pull a 2 out. And then here there's 3 5's, so I'm going to get a 5 out. And there's 1 5 left over, right? So I could replace this with 2 times 5 times the cube root of 5. Or 10 times the cube root of 5, however you happen to see this. You guys okay with that? Okay, so then what? What have I got at my next stage here?
We have 18
So there's 18 what's in this first?
cube root of 5 cube root of z squared. Cube root 3 z squared.
Okay, so I've got 18 times the cube root of 5 times the cube root of z squared.
Could you just leave the z squared in the first one?
Oh, yeah. And if we wanted to, you could rewrite this as cube root of 5z squared. I don't care. Pick one. Sure, we'll write it this way because that way I have to write less roots. How many of them are over here? There's a minus, right?
I'm thinking from 20.
Minus 20. And then there's cube root of 5z squared. So what am I counting and how many are there?
Negative 2.
Yeah, I'm counting cube root of 5z squareds. And there are 18 of them here, and then 20 wandered off, so I'm left with
Negative 2.
-2. Yeah, or some, right? Or 2 anti whatever those things are. Guys cool with this? Circle done? Where was your stuck? Try something first. Yeah, write something down, remember, guys. Even if it's a little bit off base, try to write something down at first. That'll get you started. In these problems, it's always a safe bet to do what? What's the absolute, yeah. Take the numbers under the square roots, factor tree them. That's worth at least a few of the points, and it'll get you started writing something down. Cool?